Listening to the show doesn't make you a bad person. That thing in the foot locker at the end of your bed, that makes you a bad person.
MMS.
The Buzzard.
Normally, I wouldn't play King Diamond for Christmas, but I knew Jasmine Carter was coming, and she demanded that I do something along the lines of King Diamond. The prodigal daughter is back in Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I said no such thing, by the way.
What? You mean I completely misread the situation?
Yeah, I've never heard of
completely
that.
misread the situation.
I've never heard of
If
that.
it's not on Guitar Hero,
Well, you can't say that anymore. Tomorrow night at the Agora is Bill Squire's Yul Mahankwa.
Chris Makwanzaka.
Chris Makwanzaka is the show. It's Bill Squire. It's Mary Santora. It's John Bruton. It's Mike Polk Jr. It's John Armstrong and Jasmine Carter.
Nice.
I have not seen you in so long.
I haven't seen me in so long.
It's so like just in the flesh. It's so great to see you.
It's so great to see everybody. I haven't seen you, Alan.
I haven't seen you since you did the comedy tour
Yeah.
years ago, and then you skipped town and went
Sure
to L.A.,
did.
and
Yep.
you've been killing it ever since, from what I understand. I mean, I follow you on the stuff, so I see
Yeah.
things, and I'll comment every so often.
And she was on that one thing that like a few people watched. Oh, yeah, it was the Super Bowl.
Yes, you're killing it. You just booked, what,
Thank
your
you.
10th commercial or something?
What was
Yeah.
it? You were on a Super Bowl commercial? I'm sure we talked about this at
Yeah.
the time, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, what was the commercial?
It was the Google Pixel commercial with
Oh, right.
Lizzo.
Right.
True Tones, Google Pixel. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Do you, because you change the way you look a lot.
Do
And
it?
I
Oh.
think you do. And I like that
Okay.
because always there's something going on, you know. Is that by design, or is it because if somebody goes, well, we're kind of looking for this, you're like, I can do that?
It's more so, I don't know, this happens when you move to LA, you have multiple mental breakdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's nothing else to do but to cut your
Shave
hair.
your
Yeah,
head.
right, yeah, that's
Right.
the only
Take it
thing
all
you can
off.
afford. That's all
Yeah.
you can't barely afford haircuts. You can barely afford to get your hair done. So you cut it off. But actually, when I cut my hair off, all the clients, when I started to book, they were like, oh, we like your hair in this picture better, where my hair was blonde and big,
Mm-hmm.
as if I could just grow it back. Like
Right.
a shave
Right,
head.
that day, yeah.
Like, okay, what do you think? It's a
Like,
wig? I
pour
can just-
water on your hair.
I can't, yeah, so, but I've been booking way more this way, so.
And you have representation and all that? Or are you still doing it yourself?
I'm ripped all around, except for stand-up.
Except for stand-up.
We're working on that.
Has
Yeah.
that not taken a back seat, but because you had to kind of hustle to do so many different things out there, did that kind of, you're like, well, I'll get to that when I get to it?
I think as you grow in your career, I think your goals change. Because
Yeah.
at first it was all stand up, but then when you realize and when you're out there, you can't just do that. And whatever your goals are, if you want to be a super big mega star, Beyonce level, it's not just going to be stand up.
Yeah, you got to do a
So you
bunch
have
of
to
different
do
things.
other things. And I like to act, and I've been focusing on that. And sometimes not take the back seat, but you have to trust yourself in what you've established. 7 years of total commitment to stand up. I think it could sit on the side a little bit.
Because you got the skills,
Yeah.
you know what you're doing, you
Yeah.
can kind of dip in and out
You're
of
not
it, you'll
gonna
be
forget.
okay.
Nah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you
I
have
mean,
a following on social media that supports whatever you're doing, and you're very good at being able to jump between those things and thrive in each of those things. So
Yeah.
it's really fun to watch your career grow. I wouldn't even be surprised if, Marcelo Hernandez just got on SNL. I wouldn't be
so amazing.
surprised if Jasmine ended up there.
Oh yeah. I don't know if long term would be my goal, but I wouldn't say no. to
Right,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on commercials. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have no time for Saturday Night Live.
I'm just saying, like, I think I see myself more coming back to host.
Yeah,
more
there
than
you go.
being
Okay,
an actual
all right,
cast
yeah.
member all the time.
I
back
see
to
myself
host.
as an
Yeah.
audience member.
But I
mean,
think
you're-
I could soar in SNL.
But you're just shy of 1 million people on TikTok too.
yeah, I've been
Because
stuck.
you're constantly shoveling coal into that furnace too.
Yeah, you have to.
Right.
Or you're
nonstop.
What else? What else is there to do?
You make money off that though at this point? Anything
I took
appreciable, like-
myself out of the creator program because they started to limit what I could and couldn't say.
Uh-huh.
And I just took myself away so I can be seen more. And then brands have reached out to me from there and make
What
a
you
little money
couldn't
here.
say topic-wise or language-wise?
Just it didn't matter.
Yeah.
It could
They
be
muted
anything.
all
yeah,
kinds
they
of stuff.
You can. I literally said, even on Instagram, I said, literally, stop telling me you like me. You don't know who I am. I could be someone who likes blue cheese. That's all I said, and it got taken down for hate speech.
Really?
Because of monetization, and
Yeah.
my monetization got taken off of Instagram because of that video.
Because of blue cheese.
They took my monetization off because I reshared someone else's
Yeah,
foot
you
pic.
can reshare.
It was like,
anybody.
what the hell is this? And now I can't monetize until February.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
can't
oh, cool.
monetize until after Christmas.
It's ridiculous.
It's coming back.
You know,
I don't know
Mary-
what your guys' problem is. I'm a white guy and I have no problem. Have you tried being a white guy?
I think
It's been smooth sailing all the way through. Where do you
Of
live
course,
out
I
there?
have like a sixth of the followers of Mary Ann. Like I have nothing. So
Where do you live in LA?
I live in it's called the Valley, but people
Yeah.
don't understand that LA is so big. Like Los Angeles County is like 50 miles. Like either
It's a
way.
bunch of suburbs. I lived out there
Yeah.
like 30 years ago. I live in not West, but I lived in Hollywood. But
Yeah,
it's a bunch of suburbs trying to be a city.
Yeah, I
kind
live
of.
like Northridge.
Yeah. Oh, pardon
area.
me.
Yeah.
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 So it takes a while to get anywhere.
Yeah, it took me. I did a commercial yesterday, and it took me an hour to go.
A couple
20
of miles.
Yeah.
Oh, 20 miles.
20
That's not
miles.
bad. An hour to go 20 miles?
Yeah, but I had
That's
to
all
go
right.
an extra 15 miles
Yeah.
to go to, so it could be an hour.
Right.
So otherwise, it would have been an hour and a half.
oh, wow.
So are they?
wow.
So how did Bill Squire snag you for Chris McQuanzica? You had a hole in your schedule?
No,
Were you home for the holidays?
I made a hole.
Yeah.
I wasn't coming home, and he just asked, and I said, "Yeah, fine." And then I wasn't sure because I was like, "Ooh, money's getting tight. I haven't booked anything." And I moved, and it was just a lot. And then
I'm glad because I hit you up right before we were about to lock everything in,
Yeah.
and she's like, "You know what? I'm just gonna do it." And I'm so thankful for you coming out and
It's so
just being
exciting.
on a show with you. I mean, all of us on the show tomorrow
I'm so
have all
excited.
worked together a bunch of times, but it's been a long time since we got to do a show with Jasmine,
yeah,
and I'm very excited about it.
I'm
I
so
think
excited.
the last time I saw you perform was the Alan Cox Show comedy tour.
I think
Yeah.
it's the last time I saw you.
It was
of you
2019,
perform.
I think, right?
2018.
2018.
I was going to say it was
Right.
before
Oh,
2019.
yeah, I was
Because then you
drinking.
moved.
I thought
Yeah.
it was 17
You moved
or
like
18.
right after that.
Yeah, I moved like 2 months after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
It was
Is
like-
Yusuf still out there too?
Yeah.
Is he making things happen? I
Yeah.
talked to him once in a blue moon.
Yeah, I don't see Yusuf as much because literally you can live in the same city and haven't
Yeah,
seen
right.
somebody for years. I've seen him recently, but it's so hard to just be connected
Yeah.
to people because I don't even know where Yusuf
You
lives.
just moved back to Cleveland, then you've had sex with everybody else that everybody else has had sex with.
Wait,
That's-
whoa.
the dating pool here is
I'm
small.
talking about hanging
Yeah,
out. Who
yeah.
does having
Well, I'm just
sex?
saying.
What just
I'm
happened?
saying, like
having
she's
sex?
talking about how like connected people are, or how it's hard to stay connected. I'm saying in Cleveland, it's so small. Like I'm Eskimo brothers with half the people in the city, just
Oh,
because.
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Well, that's Poundcake's issue too. Is he wants to
Right.
get out of town because he said there's not enough people to.
Well,
What did you
for
say? There's
suburban
there's
boys.
hot enough people. There aren't enough people to have sex with, or something like that, or
Yeah,
everybody's running in the same circles.
yeah, the pool is really small. So if I haven't banged the guy that I'm trying to bang has banged the guy that I banged. So we're all kind of.
That's the irony, though, of living in a place that, even though it's exponentially larger, you're just as unconnected to people or disconnected to people. as
Not
you'd
the
be
gay
otherwise.
community though. You gonna sleep with everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody.
that's what I'm
sleep
saying.
with everybody
It
in LA.
sucks because you think because gays have been like ostracized and been on the fringes of life for so long that we come together as a community. No, we're picky as all hell. Like just because you're gay does not mean y'all like the same type of men. Y'all like the same type of movies. There's gays.
Yeah, no, but you're like, I mean, human beings like different things, and I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
But put us in a room long enough and put us. give
Everybody's
us
gonna
no
get
other
naked.
No other options. Are like, all right, well, it'll do. We do like. It comes down to we like the same thing.
So we just have to wear you down until you have zero options, is what you're saying.
Correct. I think that's most people.
Fun
Yeah.
fact: gay people forget that they're gay when they're drinking.
What do you mean?
Yeah, not
That
just
is a
gay men,
fun
not
fact.
just gay men, not just gay women, gay guys. Like they forget that they're gay. They're like, "Oh my God, I want to take you home."
Are you for real?
Yeah.
So you
I
hooked
think
up
it's
with like
because
gay
of-
guys?
No,
Oh.
no, I did hook up with a bisexual guy once, though. That was cool.
That don't count.
Okay, my bad. What if he had thong pictures? Does it count?
If he has a thong picture,
Yeah.
no, he
Okay.
I don't know.
It was good.
Jasmine, that sex doesn't count. Don't you
It
know that?
doesn't? Oh,
It doesn't
okay.
count.
He
Take your
teeters.
number down.
Take your
He's
list.
just jealous.
Delete it.
Cross it off.
I think it's because you got great teeth. I think that's very
Oh,
attractive.
well, thank you.
have
That was so nice.
You
fantastic
do have a
teeth.
great smile.
Thank you. That was nice.
Because I feel like if I was that poor, like if I was living in LA and the first thing that would go, I'm like, I can't afford dental work.
Wait,
Like
who said I was poor?
I'm saying if I was in LA and I was poor, like that would be the first thing.
He
I'm
would
like,
be poor. in
Oh,
LA,
okay.
yeah.
He's poor
Yeah.
here.
We're all poor.
That's what I'm saying. I can't be Cleveland poor and then LA rich. Like, come on, that don't work.
Yeah, we're all poor out here.
I'm
in
surprised
LA.
Poundcake didn't immediately say, "Oh, I know where you live," because all he does in the commercial break is go on Zillow and look at all the houses in LA.
Wow.
And he knows all the neighborhoods and stuff.
Actually, I know where Northridge is. I am familiar with Northridge, and a home there, a regular bare bones home, would cost you like $1.5 million.
Oh yeah, it's really bad.
Stupid.
Yeah, it'll be in South LA, like Compton area. It'll be 1 bedroom, half a bath, and
Half a
600
bath.
square feet, no garage, no parking, $2 million.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No grass, nothing, and it's just rocks, and it's $2 million.
Grass is overrated anyway.
Yeah,
Nobody's
there's
going to
no
be able to
grass.
have grass anyway.
There's literally no grass.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't.
There's no
like,
water.
They
I mean,
just take a weed whacker and
Yeah.
do whatever to the looking like grass.
Yeah.
Or turf or rocks.
Was that one of the hardest adjustments? Was like
No grass?
figuring, yeah, the lack of greenery. No, like
Reseda has all grass, but you go to Northridge, there's nothing.
no, like just not being able to make a dollar stretch. Where like you are used to a Cleveland budget, where it's like $100 can last you a month of activities. Where out there it's like nothing.
I don't think that was the hardest adjustment because I always been a hustler. So
Okay.
it was like I always had money in my pocket even when I didn't.
Sure.
I always did whatever I needed to do with legally that I could make money. Like when I first moved to LA, I was packing weed.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I was in a warehouse. It was very sketchy.
This isn't TikTok. I'm not going to edit it.
Oh, okay, cool. The hardest part is adjusting to the people. Because I don't know if y'all noticed that people in LA, they're fake nice. They're not
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Like they're like polite, kind of.
It's
but
a
not really.
it's an industry town.
Yeah, it's really and it just how cutthroat people can be and the backstabbing. It really will like break you. And there's
Poundcake,
been
maybe
plenty
you
of
would be
times.
rich in LA.
Yeah.
need to
I mean,
marry
rich in
rich.
soul.
If he could monetize pettiness, he would be the king of the universe out there.
Yeah, it's real.
Did you get screwed over
Oh
by
my
like
God.
people you trusted?
Yeah,
Oh.
so many times. You be like,
That's
what?
how you end up all hardened and
Yeah, and then you're like, you think it's solid. You're like, oh, these people cool, and you making money for them, with them. Well, you making money for them, and then there's a knife in your back, and you're like, oh my God, like this is crazy. Like people in Cleveland, like it's kind, they murder people out here, but at least you know that they don't like you, right? You know you about to get murdered most of the time. You're like, oh, like when it's not a surprise, but out there is like they'll just smile in your face, eat at the same table with you, and then just rip the rug from right under you. It's
So
crazy.
how have you been keeping it together just
I've
for
been
yourself?
staying to myself
Yeah.
more and just listening more. I'm much more quiet than I was.
How was that
moved.
during COVID for you?
COVID was fine. It was a break that I needed because I was putting out content every day and I was tired and I just kept putting it out. So COVID was fine. It was great.
Did COVID end up being social media wise? Did that end up being any kind of a turning point for you, or
I
did things start to blow up then, or were you kind of already getting there before that?
You had a
'Cause a lot of
real
people
big
blew up over
Instagram.
COVID.
Like
Yeah.
before you moved, you had 100,000 or something like that.
And
like,
yeah, Instagram has been slow. Like it's not really room to grow on Instagram. Like the algorithm keeps changing.
They keep
its
changing the
con-
rules.
Yeah, and you just keep fighting with it. And I'm been at 100,000 for 5 years.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
only at 125,000. And
Right.
I've been stuck there for a long time. But I think COVID made me realize TikTok. And then I got on there, and from there it just grew so fast, so
Yeah.
quickly. But now I'm stuck.
do you see people coming out when you do stand-up shows? Are people coming out from TikTok?
No,
Really?
there's a lot of kids on TikTok.
Ah, that's true.
Yeah.
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 They're not old enough to get in the club.
Yeah, and also LA is not a place for local comedy. You know how here, like, there's a show, you guys will put on a show,
Yeah.
Accidental will put on a show, and people will come
yeah.
and support. No, you would be like, oh, we're all coming, and they're like, why would I pay $10 to go see you? I go to the Comedy Store for $20, and Dave Chappelle might pop up.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
You get a
Yeah.
murderer's
Oh, yeah.
row for
Yeah.
for $25 or whatever.
Yeah, and open mics are trash. You got to pay for them.
You gotta get the velvet
I haven't been to
margarita.
an open mic in years.
Good.
I don't
You're
know.
better than that. You
Yeah,
don't
I'm
need to
over, I'm over that. I'm not doing that.
So tomorrow night at Chris McQuanzica, what are you doing?
Nailed it.
20 minutes?
I don't know. How much time
How much time
is
are you
it?
doing?
Oh, okay.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a 20 that you have you done it recently? Or are you pulling out a good solid 20?
Last time I did 20 was a couple months ago at the Laugh Factory. So
So
and I
anything
don't think
could
I was
happen tomorrow
ready.
night.
I don't think I was ready because I hadn't done stand up for a couple of months at that point. But I have been doing stand up recently, so I'm confident. Whatever, we're gonna have fun.
We're gonna have
Doesn't
fun,
matter.
and it's a hometown crowd.
I was
Everybody's
saying,
be
I'm not
jazzed
tri-
up.
I'm
Like,
not tri-
yeah, you're
either
gonna,
way,
I'm not worried about.
the 20 minutes is gonna get had. It's
Yeah.
gonna we're gonna have fun regardless. If it's gonna go great, it's gonna be
And
great.
Cleveland have a much better sense of humor.
Yes, LA
So-
people. Oh God, I'm sorry.
That's
No,
all right.
It's great.
You should
No,
have heard me
it's-
last year when I was in LA in January. The first day I broadcasted from Burbank, I'm like, I'm gonna kill myself. I hate it here. Everyone's mean. I was so
You had a
dramatic.
really hard
'Cause
time
you went
out
to
there.
the. I mean, you were in like at the Comedy Store, and then like you saw how people just look right past you because you.
Oh
don't,
my God.
Yeah.
Oh, they did that to me too.
Yeah, it's like not even like you don't exist.
Yeah.
That was a crazy feeling to
Yeah.
be completely like standing in the same circle,
Mhm.
and then I would say something, and it was like they were deaf. Like they didn't
That's
even
the best.
look or acknowledge or anything. I'm like, am I
Listen,
speaking German? Like,
Let me tell y'all something. Do not move to LA. Okay, don't. I swear to God, I really thought that I had to.
Why don't you go to New York? Why did you go out there?
It's nice.
I
and
thought
she
that's where I
wants to
had
act
to be.
too.
I wanted to act. That's where I thought I needed to be, and essentially I do because
Yeah, okay.
I don't regret going. I don't because
okay.
obviously I wouldn't have been able to achieve all that I've achieved
Yeah.
had I not gone.
The weather's
But
great, but I mean, some people go to New York.
The weather is 35 degrees in the morning. No, it's the same shit. Anyway, guys, listen, if your goal is to do stand up and just be in comedy, do not go to LA. It is not the city for
Go to
you.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Right. Also,
Boise, Idaho.
Also, social media is so amazing right now. You can be a star from your hometown. You do not have to go to LA. Stop going and congesting the freeways.
That's really what it
Sick
is.
of
She's
it.
like, stay out of here.
You should be working this hard and telling people in LA to move.
No,
yeah.
there
other
are
places.
bill- Listen, guys, there
Austin, Texas,
there are
Portland, Oregon.
billboards that's like, you love LA. Guess what? Ohio.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Every state has
billboards.
billboards in other states.
Yeah.
Like California's got billboards in Florida. Ohio has billboards in Chicago.
Yeah.
They're like, go to Ohio.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what part. What are they telling you to go? 'Cause
Anywhere.
It could be.
Doesn't matter.
Also,
when you meet people, when I was out there, this is what I noticed is if you're from the Midwest, people are very hesitant to tell people that.
Yeah.
Because they immediately think that you're like a dope or that's because people go, well, nobody's from LA.
They're not.
There's a lot of people from LA.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who are from there,
but there's a
born
lot
and bred.
that's not.
Well, no,
Yeah.
a lot are, but I
Yeah.
mean that there are a lot of people who, and so I was curious if you told people, oh, I'm from Ohio or whatever, or
I
if
don't
you just
say
like,
I'm from Ohio.
right.
I say I'm from Cleveland. And they're like, oh, Ohio. I said, no. I'm from Cleveland.
It's a little different.
But LA is is probably countryer than Ohio. There are
How so?
roosters in my every
oh yeah,
morning.
urban farmers.
There were I almost hit a man on a horse yesterday because I swear I couldn't see him. It was a horse, a big horse, and he just riding this horse just down the street in
Yeah.
the middle of the city.
He's saving on gas.
I guess so, but who has a horse?
That
It's
guy.
hot. It's
Yeah.
hot, and well, not now, but it's hot.
You're not near a stable out there or anything?
No, in
Canoga
Compton?
The
Park?
dude from Nope.
Compton.
I swear, Compton. I used to talk to a guy in Compton. Compton has farms.
Mm-hmm.
There was cows next door. It smelled like cows, like manure. And I'm like, I don't know what you think we about to happen with this cow smelling, right? I can't. Nothing is going on. It's crazy. It's not what you think it is. But the homeless people are everywhere. Jesus Christ.
Don't go to L.A. Go see Jasmine tomorrow
Yes.
night at the Agora
Yes.
for Bill Squire's Chris McQuanzica. Are there still tickets or are they gone?
There's a few tickets left.
Cool.
It's
tickets at
Bill,
AgoraCleveland.com.
it's John Bruton, it's Mike Polk Jr., it's John Armstrong,
Nailed it.
Mary Santora, and the always foxy Jasmine Carter.
I like that.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming.
Happy
I
to be here.
appreciate you coming straight from the plane,
Mm-hmm. Haven't slept.
making a minute. Get out of here.
And I did an audition in the airport.
Okay,
Look
good.
at you.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Slaying.
Yeah.
Get some sleep. All right, we'll take a break. You want to text for anything, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com to watch, and we'll be back.
The Alan